ワールドユースの借りは勝利という形でしか返すことはできないんだ。ボールは友達だよ。バイ翼俺ナトゥレーザ行くぞ。ここから決める。サッカー王の称号は俺が奪い返す。
What's shaking bacon, people? What's going on? Welcome to our second review, baby, for the 2020 characters. And today we've got the carefree creativity Natureza, baby. Dude, this Natureza is super crazy, super awesome, super cool. And we're going to review him right here, right now, baby. So we are going to cover, just like the Roberto video, the last one, the review. If you didn't see it, you should go ahead and see it. But if you see it, you probably know the dig. And if you don't know what's the dig, we're going to cover his stats. We're going to see all of his skills, baby. We are going to check his LB, his best LB, and then I'm going to give you the best build for him. And after that, we're going to see the max, baby. So this is going to be a very hype because it's going to be about Natureza, and Natureza is just such a fucking awesome character. So I don't know what I'll talk about. You guys don't know what I'm talking about. We'll keep it casual. We're gonna find out. Yeah. Alrighty, so it's time to dive into his stats, and we're gonna see his overview very quickly because we've got a lot of things to cover. And the first thing that we should look English. The first thing that we should look is his attack, as you can see on somewhere on the screen right now, which is going to arrive maybe right now. There we go. It's, as you can see, it's 25k almost on the attack, and then there's a 16,133 on the defense, and then there's a 20k, almost 21k physical. Now, these are crazy numbers for his attack and physical, but if you check out his passive, that's super crazy. As you can see it right now, you see that he is a defender slash goalkeeper killer. And it's not just 5%, it's not even just 10%, it's 15%. This is super crazy, and you're gonna see it in the math section. Oh my god, that passive is such a strong ass passive. But what can I say? It is Natureza after all. His HAs are fucking awesome, and we're gonna start with his first one, which is, boom, you guessed it, it's Bond, baby. Now his Bond is super sick, and it's very cool, and it's like kind of mixed feelings. Like, you know, it's really, really cool because it is with exactly 5 skill type players. You gain 1% for everybody in the team. Now, what's really exciting about this HA is because it doesn't care if you use 3 Japans and 2 non-Japans, 5 non-Japans, 5 Japanese players, it doesn't matter. What matters right here is the fact that his Bond is going to activate when you exactly have 5 green characters. Now, what's more exciting about that, or rather what's more interesting about that, is the fact that he is a blue character. Now, he's an agility, obviously, but the thing is, he is matching up with people who are going to be green characters. Now, it really synergizes too well with the Japan green, because they have the Bond with a non-Japan blue, but the fact that he can be used in a non-Japan green team is super sick, and that's my case. Now in my team that you're gonna see later on in probably a future video, like a PvP video showing up my new team, I can use him right there, and his Bond is actually activated, and the fact that it's working with my non-Japan 5 green characters. So this is really interesting, and I really love it. Now, the fact that he has a Bond doesn't mean he cannot have another Bond like the other characters, but this Bond is so much cooler. It's a debuff Bond, and it's amazing because it activates with your first Bond, and it's actually a 5% decrease in stats. Most likely it's shielded, but 5%, but when you have some other debuffer character other than him right there, this is going to be significantly good because -5 on his bond is just too sick. And what's super good about it is the fact that it synergizes with the same bond that he has for the 1%. So he buffs your team by 1% and he debuffs your opponent's team by 5%. That's crazy, dude, that's crazy. And he has DF/GK killer. Bro, this is just super good so far. But we still have one more HA, and that is the Highballer. Now, Highballer is a really good HA for him, and you're going to know why when we get into the skills section and the math section. But it is very important for him, and you're gonna see why later on in the video. Well, now that we've seen his overview, we've seen his stats, we've seen his HA, we've seen his passive, now it's time for us to see the most important Natureza skills that you can put, and then I'm going to tell you what is his best build right now, but let's see the skills and where you can get them right now.
行くぞここから決める何俺は負けないよ何いいねいいねよっ俺も翼を広げて大空に羽ばたくおりゃ必ず止めるはっ俺は負けないよ何いいねいいね行くぞ翼よしここだはいうわはっよっよっあよっ行くよフライングドライブオーバーヘッド必ず止めるそれ俺の南米式ドリブルは一味違うよこれが2段フライングドライブシュートだサッカーは個人競技じゃないあとは任せたぞ
Okay, with that's done, so it's time for me to tell you the best build that I think it is his best build, but it's up to you. And his best build is going to be as the following, which is the first one as his main skill, it's going to be the Miracle Flying Drive Shot S, and then the second skill is going to be the Soft Touch Looping Volley S, and his third skill that you should teach him is going to be a Miracle Dribble from his DC version as you saw earlier, and if you cannot do it, you can actually substitute it for the S South American Dribble, and your fourth skill is going to be your Highball Flying Drive Overhead Kick, and your fifth skill is going to be your Dream Duo 1-2 with Tsubasa. Now you can exchange that with the Brazilian Golden Duo if you have a good Santana, but if you don't, the Dream Duo is the best 1-2 for him anyways, and you always need a Tsubasa your team to be honest. Alright, now that I've set his best build, we can go ahead and talk about why we picked those in the math section, but before we dive into the math section, it's time to see his letter bread, baby, and then we're gonna see his quick maths, baby! Alright, so starting with the limit break before we get into the math, so we can know what are these numbers that are coming from and what LB are they coming from. My best LB that I think it is the best for him, but I'm using it anyways because it fits my playstyle. It's going to be the 25 shot, 25 power, 21 pass, 4 technique, and the 25 speederoni. You need to be a speedy boy. Now also I have the reason why I didn't go ahead for the dribble LB is I have two reasons. I've got the miracle dribble in my case, which is the S1, because it's super strong, I can actually depend on it, and the fact that his passive is a DF killer, so his stats are increasing anyways, and the Dream Duo is an A skill and not an S skill, kind of limits him, so I need more stats on the pass rather than the dribble. Also, the fact that I need him to be a speedy boy, I need him to be very fast, alright? Sonic speed, okay? Now, this is the LB that I'm using. Now, let's dive into the quick math, baby. So let's see his numbers. Okay, now we're going to dive into the math as I just said, and we're going to start with his shooting because that is the main thing since he is a striker. Now, as you can see somewhere on the screen, it is going to be the shot math, and we are starting with it because it's the best and it's going to be crazy. Your mind is going to be blown on how good this fucking Natureza is. He's super nuke. Alright? Now as you can see on his shot, there's the 7,429 on the shot, and then there's the 1,486 on the coaching, and there's the 100 from the HA, and there's the 1,000 from RLB. Now with his physical, as you can read it, now if you put all these together, these numbers, it's going to be a 13,900 shot. Now, come with the skills. Now his main skill, which is the S Miracle Flying Drive Shot, its momentum is 510, so when we do the math, it's going to be 5.1, and with his shot, it's going to be a 70k shot, okay? 70k shot, you'll be like, what the hell? That's not much. That's not Natureza. What do you mean? It's 70k. Okay, it's 70k pre-passive. Now, after the passive, baby, it's going to be 81.5k shot. That's a ground shot. That's a ground shot. Oh my god, dude. 81.5k as a ground shot. That's super dumb, dude. That's super good. That's super strong, man. But let me tell you something. Natureza is not for the ground shooting. Sure, she can do a ground shot, but I don't recommend it. Go for the aerials, baby, because his aerial numbers are... So when you have a good stat on the character, whether it's low ball or high ball, in this Natureza's case, it's going to be the both. And it's going to be always the number will be multiplied by 1.125 because that's how it works, alright? Now, let's see his high S flying drive overhead kick. Let's see how it goes. Alright, so the momentum of the flying drive overhead kick on the S, it's 510. So exactly like his Miracle flying drive shot on the ground. But this time we have the good stat. So, as you can see on the screen, it's 5.1 on the momentum, multiplied by his shot, which is 13,900, multiplied by 1.125, the good stat, we are going to have an 80k shot. No, it's not weaker than the ground shot because that's pre-passive. Now after passive, it's going to be a 92k shot. Excuse me? Huh? 92? No, wait, hold on, not too chill. 92k shot. That's super good. That's crazy. That's top tier. Bro, 92k shot. That's super stupid. And earlier at the beginning of the video, I said his HA being a high baller is super good. And I will mention it during the math section, which is right now. As you can see, his header is his best skill and the strongest skill. So if you pass and you get a low ball with no matchup, don't go for the soft touch looping volley because you needed the better shot, which is the high ball. You only need to do it once. You don't have to try so much. Just once. Why? Because he's a high baller. He gives himself a high ball immediately. It's super stupidly good. Natureza is super good, guys. And that's just his high ball. Now let's see on the other skills. Alright, now on his low ball, you've got two choices. But I picked the S-touch looping volley for a reason. Now let's look for it. Now as you can see, the momentum of the soft touch looping volley, we've got the 475, so it's 4.75 on the momentum, 13,900 on the shot. Now multiplied by 1.125 for the good stat. Now we're gonna get a 74k shot. Not really much, but that's pretty passive. Now after passive, it's 85.5k. Stronger than the ground shot. soft touch looping volley, super cool, amazing graphics, amazing animation, and better than the ground shot. 85.5K after passive. That's super good. Now, probably you're asking, hey, there's a better low ball, and it's very strong, which is the two-stage flying drive shot. I agree with you. It is much stronger than the soft touch looping volley because it's a 490 momentum, and when you multiply it on the mass, it's 4.9. With his shot, with his good stat, it's going to be 76.5K pre-passive. After passive, 88K, which is much stronger than the soft touch looping volley. Actually, I'm wrong. It's not much stronger, but it is stronger, right? But two-stage flying drive shot is bad because it has 80% on scoring. Otherwise, it's the post or exploding ball. That's it. So that's why I don't recommend it at all. But well, I guess that was it for me, guys. That is for the review. I hope you guys enjoyed it, learned a thing or two. Please share it around for those people who care about reviews, and tell me in the comment section what do you think of this review. Who do you want as the next character? I do votes on my Discord channel. The link is in the description. I do votes on who do people want to see on the next review, so you can have your opinion right there. You know, select me what you want, and then maybe we can work on it and do it together. So I guess that's it for me, guys. I hope you guys enjoyed this, and I'm going to see you guys in the next time.
Keep it casual on the block, keep it casual at the spot, keep it casual when in doubt, keep it casual in the field, keep it casual when it's still, keep it casual, my whole crew, keep it casual. If you step into the club, we'll turn you to a casualty. Yeah.